Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Before I begin, I just want to wish everyone a very safe and happy holiday. Now, let's begin with your overall energy. It's coming from the fallen angel Byleth, and it speaks to some type of upheaval that you either have experienced, are currently experiencing, or that could be hovering, impending, like an impending storm. If it hasn't happened yet, with wisdom, you can avoid it, okay? But you will have to apply past wisdom in order to avoid this storm if it hasn't already occurred. So, either way, wherever you are in this energy, this angel advises courage and wisdom, and you will emerge from this triumphantly, okay, with courage and wisdom. Now, we have on the dice Uranus, the third house, and Pisces. So Uranus is going to hit in the third house. This is where you got to look for this storm, or it is where you are experiencing a storm. So there's some type of surprise change. If it's already happened, then it would have happened very quickly. It would have been shocking to someone. Even if you yourself ended it, it was a split-minute decision. It happened just that quick. There could have been a sudden revelation at that time. You could have heard something that took you by surprise. It could be like a sudden, it's like an alarm clock just suddenly goes off. The gift of Uranus is to set you free from something, and perhaps even to remind you of what you really want, and not what you've been conditioned to want. And that's very important because it is falling in your third house, and your third house represents siblings or people tied to you by blood or location. Location can be where you live, or even your community. And of course, your experiences in those sectors. The third house rules your mind and intellect. It reveals how you approach and analyze problems and how you perceive information. It covers your perception of childhood experiences and how those beliefs that you've accumulated throughout those experiences, how those might be affecting you, or how they have affected you. You could be looking at where you've been to know where you're going. So you may have had some chaos, or experienced chaos or upheaval because of an old belief system. And maybe you're looking at what you're looking at, maybe the value of it, or whether it's still true to you or not. You have Pisces, so you in the past, more than likely, you did experience something very painful that left a lasting effect upon you. And this could go all the way back to childhood, because we are being affected in the third house. The third house is being stirred up. Memories are being stirred up, and you are needing to look back at something. in order to make a decision here in the future, or in order to avert a storm, depending where you are. Wisdom comes from experience. So, Byleth is telling you, you will experience, you will emerge triumphant from this place where you are, this energy you're in, if you use wisdom. I mean, but you need to have the courage to go and look at this, because I think with the moon being in your reading, it could be something in your past you've been avoiding to look at, or even avoiding to admit to. And those things, those beliefs, those old beliefs may have been leading you astray. With the moon here, they could cause all kinds of illusions, causing you to be unclear about the path forward. But, what's real and what's not, So this is exactly what this is. Here at the heart of the reading, the Six of Love, Six of Cups, you're looking back at children. You see that? You're looking back at childhood. So you're looking back at childhood, things that happened in childhood, in order to get a bigger view, or a bird's eye view, because you've reached the top of the hill. You've come a really long way. Look at the caravan behind you. So you've come a very long way, and you are now at this top of the hill. You're looking back for that wisdom from childhood, and going back and coming and working your way up to know how to know what decision you need to take here. And what you find back there may give you hope that you can make this change. This is about making amends for something, speaking a truth. This is looking back and being honest with yourself. It's only when you're not honest about your own issues from the past that the Justice card then will turn in reverse, So looking back, using logic and reason. The moon is completely opposite. There's no logic there, right? So going back and looking at it logically. Maybe with the moon's presence and it's something you're sitting on, you may need to step away from the emotion to be able to do this. It looks like you could be somewhat emotional about looking back. Sometimes when we have to, when you're talking about a big life change here, and you're looking back, you're going to get this wisdom of something that's been tripping you up, always. It can be sometimes very painful. Change is not always easy, but it is necessary. It's necessary for your growth. And so here we go. He's looking back at the moon, this king, and he's very, very emotional, because I feel like he didn't listen to his intuition, and because of that, he suffered a loss. And now he's obsessing over that loss, of maybe wanting to get it back. Oh my God, yeah. See, there we go. The Hermit. He's looking to the past, and she is looking to the past, obsessively so, seeking. So it's like, oh my God, it's like sifting through everything in the past, looking over all of the little details to collect this wisdom in order to know how to proceed with something. Wanting to speak one's truth. wanting to clear something up if they indeed feel that that is necessary, that if they've done something or they feel they made a mistake. They want to leave, they have this vision for the future, and it involves them and the other person. So they still see you guys as a couple together, and want to leave this heartbreaking situation behind. Now there is a light at the end of the tunnel. They're looking at it. Well, they're looking at the pathway. There's a light here, but they can't see clearly. So this is our little sign of hope. And I had that previously. And so there's hope. They can't see this, but this is what's sitting at the end. It is the gift. It is the gift of Uranus. The gift of Uranus is to set you free from something, and to set you free from something, and perhaps remind you of what you really want, and not what you've been conditioned to want. This is where change is happening. This is fantastic. This is amazing. This is what you call growth, right? This is, looking back and being honest about your issues of the past and how they may have affected your situation. Knowing this, you can now change things. And so there's the action and there's the gift. Unbelievable. And so, depending where you are in the action, I don't feel this has exactly happened yet, but there is, somebody is fantasizing about a future together. They're fantasizing about this Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and this Knight of Pentacles. So it could be that they are preparing for a new opportunity. This is what they want. They want a new emotional fresh start. In order to have that, they need to do this. This is their opportunity to change something, to make amends for something, to rebirth something, to bring this love back into their life. And first of all, it is about loving ourselves. We can't love another until we love ourselves. So there could be something in the past that that touches upon that subject, where there's a lack of, they may feel a lack of self-worth or a lack of confidence in themselves, or that they maybe don't deserve something. That could, if they're telling it to me, if they're giving me that information, it's because it applies to somebody there. Everything is up in the air and somebody's being really stubborn, or they have been stubbornly sitting on a decision that they made. They're looking at the Magician. They're looking at the chaos that has happened. And they're thinking. They're thinking about this. They're thinking about the Justice card, which is right at the heart of the reading, and they're thinking about that Six of Swords, which is going back to fix something. And it's risky. This journey can be an inner journey or one external. Now, I think it's both, frankly. I think that this person needed to do that inner journey before they could embark on the outer journey, which was admitting and seeing something to themselves first, and then to the rest of the world, or in effect to this other person, In either case, it feels risky to them because pain is involved. It's pain, or pain could be involved. To go back and look at something that's been really painful, may still hurt them. But then again, they're not the same person they were they're not the same person they were back then, and so they may view it differently. They certainly will view it differently, because between then and now, especially if it happened in childhood, there's been an amazing amount of growth. It's just that they didn't know. There had to be that awakening moment when they realized that, hey, that is what has been, causing all of this all along. And once you see it for what it is, you can delete it and work on, getting rid of it and not letting it affect you. Any time it does, then you stop and say, oh, I know what that is. Okay, I'm not going to let that bother me now. So that's it. Anyway, so they're looking at this, and this is about going back, being honest about the issues. Because if they don't do this work, they're definitely going to be feeling this chaos for some time. I mean, it's a choice. You can let the ego keep you here in this dark, gloomy place, or you can choose to do something about it. You can choose to look at the real issue and then, change things. Set yourself free from that energy. And that is exactly what they're going to do. It's what they're looking at here. They're looking at the chaos. They love this person. They're on this pause, this break, sifting through all of these emotions, looking at the work that they did. Maybe I wasn't so understanding. Maybe I wasn't very cooperative. Maybe maybe I could be a little more open-minded, or maybe I could go back and try to be more understanding. This is about how to escape a situation that has been haunting them. They're always looking back over their shoulder. They may have did something. See, they're carrying all of those swords. But look, they hung themselves when they did that action. So, and maybe they're a little too proud to step out of it and to come back. Because look where they're looking. They're looking at her. This is the person that, they're head over heels in love with. This is the person that they're still very much attracted to and cannot forget, cannot get off of their mind. So, they didn't want this ending. And I'm just so happy to see this gift card here for you. This is some type of rescue coming in for this person. So I know for a fact this person is getting out of this energy. They're not going to stay here. This is really a need to change something. This can be a reconciliation and or a declaration of love. All right? So, I got some noise out the window. The dogs are reacting. So, all is going to end well here. Change is coming because of this. 1 minute. Sorry about that. There was a big truck in back making a lot of noise. All right, so something is changing. There's somebody is changing. This is phenomenal. This is absolutely wonderful. And a gift is coming. And whatever this gift is, it is exactly what this person needs. And it has the power. It's a very powerful card. It has the power to soften any negative cards around it or near it. So that is what I have for you. I'm going to let you go before they start making a lot of noise again. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.